Before we get started on our next few lessons about plays, I thought it would be a good idea to give you some background information on the writers we will be working with before we embark on this journey. First, we will be looking at Tennessee. No, not the state, but Tennessee Williams. He was born March 26, 1911, in Columbus, Mississippi. He was one of 3 children and raised mainly by his mother. His father worked a lot, and as a result, they didn't have a strong relationship. His problems at home increased when they moved to St. Louis, Missouri. He began writing as an escape from his unhappiness. They fueled his plays, and his parents became inspiration for characters in some of his most popular plays. Williams suffered a nervous breakdown after he was forced into a job by his father after he had withdrawn him from college. Despite his father's attempts to stop his dream, he continued to write and changed his name. He was born Thomas Lanier Williams and changed his name to Tennessee because that's where his father was born. In 1947, the play he wrote, A Streetcar Named Desire, opened and was highly acclaimed. He earned many awards, including the Pulitzer Prize. He wrote several other plays that were well received until his later years. He turned to drugs and alcohol to cope with his problems, which in the end caused his death on February 25, 1983. Another playwright was born around the same time as Williams, and that was Arthur Miller. He was born in Harlem, New York, on October 17, 1915. He was also one of 3 children, and he had a very affluent upbringing until the stock market crashed in 1929. Side note, the Great Depression started with Black Tuesday, October 29, 1929. It happened as a result of the stock market crashing due to issues with banks and supply and demand. As a result, his family lost almost everything, and they moved to Brooklyn. After high school, he worked and saved money for college. After college, he began his writing career, which didn't start off too well. His first play ended after only 4 showings. A few years later, he tried again and won a Tony Award for Best Author. February 10, 1949, 2 years after Williams' production of A Streetcar Named Desire started, Death of a Salesman opened. It also won a Pulitzer Prize as well as another Tony Award. After he ended his first marriage, he married this woman, Marilyn Monroe. He would also marry again and get divorced another time. He wrote several other plays before his death on February 10, 2005. We will be reading Death of a Salesman and A Streetcar Named Desire. Both plays were based around each author's lives and their relationships. Anything around you can be inspiration for a great story.